good to be back. And these showcases, we find some guys, so it's a big deal.
Do you pick out guys that you personally that you see, or do you just let the scouts just take care of that and you just kind of be
No,
there?
yeah, I'm involved. Yeah, I got my clipboard and I'll narrow down what I just see. I mean, you know, there may be guys that I say, you know what, just off what we saw, let's put them in the combine. And then there's some guys, you know what, let me go back and watch their film. We all got to go back and watch their film in general, but there's key qualities and traits you can pick up and find that catch your eye. And there were this morning with the defense, and there'll be some today with the offense in the afternoon. So, but yeah, I'm heavily involved with that. You know, I work very closely with Dave Bowler, our DPP, and I think it's important to have continuity and mesh in there. And for any professional league, you have to have it. And you saw the success of our roster, obviously, this past season, leading the way with most guys with NFL contracts, mini camps. So we're proud of that.
Is there? I know things didn't end the way you would have liked it. Does that make you hungrier to get this thing going again
Yeah,
for the new year?
of course. I want to win a championship. I got a taste of year one. It went well as far as what I expected. We went into that thing wanting to win a championship, get to the playoffs, all those great things, and we came up short. We had the second best record in the league, and we weren't able to kind of win tiebreakers and stuff like that. But the guys play hard. The fan base was awesome, and we just got to continue to upgrade our team because the championship is the goal. So I want it to happen sooner than later. I really do, and I think we have the staff and the nucleus to do that. And we're going to find some other pieces to really enhance our team if we end up losing the guys to the NFL because of their great play last season.
And dovetailing off of that, how do you go about saying, well, gee, we want obviously the best for those guys, and we want them to get that opportunity, but then game planning for whether they come back or bringing new guys in. How does that all kind of work as a working model?
Well, we have a good model on how we started it to find those guys originally for last year. And we'll do that again. I mean, I want those guys to play in the league. I want them to make great money, secure their family and themselves for the future. And we've pinpointed some players. We drafted I think 10 guys that again fit what we're doing now. Now we have a plan. We have an identity. We know what we want on defense. We know what we have on offense. If we're losing some guys, can we find guys that are similar in skill set that we've seen? And that's what we've tried to do so far. So we don't want to have to reinvent the wheel offensively, do these different things. We want to improve it and get better on what we've done. Same thing on defense. So, if we got to, refill 8 starters because they're in the league, then we'll find them. And we had depth now. We felt like our team in general had a lot of good players. I mean, Eric Magwood, who's here today, he only started 2 games of tackle when he got invited to the Bills minicamp. So it just speaks volumes about just, our starters were good, but, we have depth at every position on our team, and guys are going to have to step up and they'll get their chance.
How does the success of what you guys did in St. Louis, the crowd, the fanfare, how you guys played and everything, bring more one respectability, but then two, popularity and eyeballs to the league?
Yeah, last year was huge. I just feel like St. Louis is kind of the epicenter for the XFL. It does start with the fan base. I think it was exceptional. And I think it can be better, quite frankly. I think more fans, more casual fans, more fans that love sports that didn't get a chance to go to any games should try it out. It's a great product. Ask the season ticket holders and the people that were at those games. I know they had a blast. And it's important to have a winning product. I mean, that was the main thing. We got to have a good team and good players, and you want to see good football. You just don't want to go and some people want to go grab a beer and then have some good time, but they want to win as well. So I'm cognizant of that, and I want to win a championship, and hopefully there's some fun news and things in the future too, which would be great. But again, we're just trying to reload, and we just feel like we're the epicenter of the XFL, and we do have a big obligation to the league in general. And it puts a little pressure on me, like we need the fan base, we want the crowds there, and I got to continue to put it together. Year one's done. It was a great year, but I don't have any wins next year yet. So I got to put that together and try to improve on it.
How cool is it to see these guys come and compete the way they have today, just to even get a chance, for a spot in the combine or a spot on the team?
Yeah, I mean, in the past I didn't have much, right? I mean, it was like NFL, bus, go to work, or whatever it is. Like I said, there's a lot of talented players out there. just looking at the list of names and some of the colleges they played at, I don't know some of the colleges, so it's like, wow, guy from Winona State, like, I don't even know where that is, but he gets to come to a combine and work out, or Peru State, or wherever that may be. So I think it's great, and I take the time to look at every one of them. That's why they're here. They want to be felt like they're getting a true eye in what they're doing. And I like to watch everything and see what they're doing and talk to them afterwards. So they're putting their hard money on the line and betting on themselves to come to these combines, and we deserve to give them that same respect. So we do find guys here, which is great. But again, it's not starting from scratch. We do have players on our team, so we don't need as many guys. So now it's like you got to really shrink it down, and like you got to be special, right? So we're trying to find those guys at least here in this showcase today.
It's part of your, I wouldn't say a part of the reason for the trip, but is it helpful to be here to show Russ Brandon why St. Louis should host the XFL championship game next year?
I think everybody in the league understands, how important this market is, what this market can, bring to the table year in and year out. I mean, heck, I would love to see the championship game in St. Louis. It's going to put pressure on me to make that championship game. But hey, we've seen some recent NFL teams play some home games in the Super Bowl and win championships. So it would be exciting. I really would, if that's something that they were announcing in the future, I would love to have that on my shoulders to try to make that happen and succeed and be a team that could actually pull that off. So again, when you're a coach, I got thrown in the fire early with a lot of scenario stuff early in the season that I hadn't been around, as a coach, and I felt like we put it together pretty good. And these things, as you continue to grow and you have a good product, people want to see you're either there or continuing to get better. So it just kind of leaves a lot of self-reflect and improvement on the table for me to be better than I was last year.
Does AJ's decision play differently than some of the other guys who are in camp or trying to hook up? How do you kind of see that playing out?
Yeah, well, I think AJ's still in play for the NFL throughout, at least to the midseason of the NFL, right? So he's got a lot of experience. He doesn't really have to be at a training camp. Our offense is pretty similar to a lot of the top offenses in the NFL. We feel like we have a really talented quarterback room in general. We think we have 3 starting XFL quarterbacks on our roster. And, we'll see what happens in the next couple months for AJ. Clearly, the way he played last season, we need a quarterback, right, in this league. We've seen the other teams go through 2, 3 guys, even trade. It's just, a lot of movement. And we were very fortunate, that we had that stability. And he was a great leader. And, we would love to have him back. That's for sure. If he wants to come back and what he foresees his future and all those things, well, that's up to him. But let's just see what the fall has to offer for him, and then we can start figuring out if he's going to come back, or we look at our next 2 guys on the depth chart and go from there.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, guys.